So I can't recognize like what they're wearing, their guard uniforms or anything.
Recognize? No. I mean, you've never seen. I don't think you would know what the guards of would be wearing. I don't think that would be knowledge you would have.
Okay, so they would be guards
Just
from
three
here then.
people crushed by a stone at this point.
Okay. Okay. I'll so that'll be me while the other guys move forward, I guess.
Okay.
From the decay of the bodies and where the rocks have hit, if there's plants regrowing and stuff, can we tell how long ago the rocks probably came down?
You would need an investigation check, I believe.
I know my dead bodies, apparently.
Yeah, apparently too well, Dexter. Yeah, I mean, you're not able to pinpoint it with CSI, accuracy, but you still think probably a couple of days. It's not, they're not skeletons. They're not, it's definitely not weeks old.
Okay.
Just starting to smell, not even to bloat because they've been crushed. Couple days though.
I would think this all happened at the exact same time.
I'm going to assume that the goblins had maybe not much to do with these rocks.
No.
Maybe more opportunistic.
Just looters.
All right, so those of you that are in the courtyard, one thing that stands out to you is a greater number of boulders. So obviously the keep got the brunt of the falling boulders. But you do see a keep standing before you, obviously made of stone, carnellated area on the roof. And there is let's see. There is a door right in front of you. The broken tower to the east, which would be this area. Obviously, several rocks have hit that and smashed that corner. You probably can see inside to there. And that's as far as you guys have really gotten.
Would I have knowledge from my expeditions about any flying or floating people? Cities or cloud giants or anything like that?
I don't know if you would know that. That's a good question. I would say you have less of a chance than others, so I guess give me a history check. New.
Backwards. Okay.
You do know of many things that fly. I mean, giant eagles, dragons, all kinds of manner of different creatures that fly. I don't know if you would know anything about
not something that would carpet bomb.
cities.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to
Ian,
try
you're
and-
still out on the drawbridge there. Are you not doing anything, or did we lose you?
could be.
Oh, sorry, move. Okay, maybe
Oh,
she's just
cool.
muted. Wondering why we're ignoring her.
Sorry, no, I was just saying that, no, standing out there until people weren't all crowded next to each other.
It's when the trap goes off, you're not in it. That is very smart. That's what I do too.
And also just keeping an eye out. until we go in.
Yeah, you see a fireball hit the middle of the group. Keep going.
I'm going to stealth. So what you're saying is that I can get into the keep from here, or the tower?
From the spot you were looking at, you think you probably could, but you'd have to actually get over there to do it.
Okay, so I'm going to stealth and trying to get over there. And I'm also going to keep an eye around just to make sure that I'm not being spotted. So I'm going to go very slow.
I look at Armel and say, alright, Druid, door or a hole in the wall?
Hole in the wall.
I follow stealthily.
Okay. When you say hole in the wall, which one are you going?
I assume we're following the Drow.
That totally moved my die.
Well, I was keeping the 6 anyways, but go ahead. That's okay. You rolled a 7, so that's better. Yeah, so you guys get over there, and it's a ton of rubble crashed in. It doesn't feel like you're gonna be able to get into there. There's just so much rubble, but you can tell by looking at some things that look like it must have been a kitchen, is what you're thinking that was. But there's just a ton of rubble. And you do not see an access point at that spot. Aila mentions that this side was possible you could get in, or this door, from what she saw when she flew around. And these are ramps up to the wall.
I'm gonna try the door just to see.
All right. Did you check for traps? I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Yeah, the door is unlocked, and you can push it open and go in if you wish.
I look back over my shoulder, go, "It's open." And I'm gonna walk in.
Okay.
I don't notice anything over here, right?
Notice anything over here?
Over where I am, over this area? Like I don't...
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, nothing's there.
I dash forward, not wanting Teagraiel to see what's in there before me.
You let me move you guys to where you're gonna go. Everybody's gonna go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
I'll start moving people. If you're not gonna go in, let me know.
Oh, I'm going in.
Did you not want to? Ian, Jarral, are you going in or staying out?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
There's only so much room, so I'm just going to put you guys down there as you pile in.
Hold on, I gotta find out where there is.
All right.
Oh.
It's down in the... Yeah, it's kind of diagonal from there.
Oh, they're at the bottom.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, so you're on the first floor. You can see the giant rock that smashed open this. And actually, when you get in, there are people here.
Oh, good. I'm glad I walked in.
And as you kind of walk in, you see that these 4 people, humanoids, are kind of arguing with each other, and they're standing around a table that has a body laying on the table, and they're arguing. And then as you guys kind of start piling in, they kind of turn to look at you, and they kind of reach for their swords.
Are they human?
They are all human.
I say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, friends!
Yeah, it's two males, 2 females.
I started to raise my axe and go, "Rrrr," and Teagraiel grabs me real quick.
All right. And one of the female people, and they're dressed in the same clothing that you've seen smashed under the rocks in the guard building, and they're kind of placing themselves in between you and the body that's on the table, and with the sword out, kind of pointed at you. One of the women says, "Stand back. We will not let you take her."
We don't intend to take her. We came at the request of Lady Velrosa, and we happened upon the village in a bad state.
And you kind of notice on their faces when you say the name Velrosa, they all are kind of choked up, and they're all completely dirty. And you now can kind of see the body that's laying on the table. All of you can kind of see it, and it is Lady Velrosa is laying on the table. And they look at you, and the female human kind of looks at you, and then she sheaths her sword and says, "Sorry, we've just been attacked, and we've spent the last day and a half on trying to clear the rubble from Lady Velrosa, who was buried under this. You can see this rock here that had crashed through the castle, and they had just gotten her."
Can anybody see anything? I can't see anything currently.
Oh, nothing at all?
It's all black.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. My character sheet's on top of it.
All right.
Okay, I can see everything now.
Yeah, this is a 2-monitor game.
I know, that's where I've got it. Just happened to be on that right side.
And she kind of walks forward then to Teagraiel, who was talking, and kind of holds out her hand, and she says, "My name is Sidiri Hanlar, guard captain for Lady Velrosa." And she kind of goes to shake your hand.
I clasp her hand. I say, "Teagraiel Lotharian, well met. We're sorry to hear this. Is this Velrosa?"
Yeah, and then you guys can see on the table is Lady Velrosa, who's obviously been crushed under rock, very dirty from rubble. You can tell they've been clearing it, and they have placed her on the table here.
I asked, "Does she live?"
They said no. Sadly, when we were able to uncover her, we did not detect any life from her. Although we're not healers, we're just guards. And she kind of points to the other ones. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, can we just ask them to tell us what happened?
Yeah, so she points to the other guys, and she says, "This is Torum, Alara, and Kaelin." And they're like, "Yeah, a couple days ago, and it was the day you guys were on the road on your first night of camping. So 2 days back, rocks started falling from a castle that was floating in the sky, and it just started dropping stones all over the village. We watched from the keep, and everybody tried to get to their posts, but as the villagers tried to run from the town, rocks were raining everywhere. It destroyed the bridge, which cut us off, and then started bombarding the keep just incessantly. And once they stopped, the castle lowered down to the center of town, and several giants came out of the castle, picked up the Nightstone, and carried it back into their castle, and then they flew off south again."
Why would they want the Whitestone?
Well, the Nightstone, there's lots of stories about the Nightstone. In fact, many scholars, those of the arcane knowledge, would come and take a look at it. Nobody quite knew what it was, but we believe it. Everybody believes it was some type of lost artifact that hadn't been identified, and it was a kind of a figure piece of our town. We just called it the Nightstone. Nobody could figure out what it did or why it was there. And they came and they took it.
Interesting.
They didn't say any words. They didn't talk to anybody. Most of the villagers tried to escape. They left the village and headed north.
Into the forest.
Sidiri's like, I'm not sure where they would have went, but then Kalen, the other guard, kind of steps up. He says, no, I think they probably would have went. There's a bunch of caves up there. They probably would have went for those. They're not too far from Nightstone, maybe a mile and a half north.
And you have no idea why they want the Nightstone.
No, we do not.
Is there a library here in the keep that we could maybe look up the history of the area?
There is a library, and they point to a door that's right here. But they're pretty sure. I mean, the Nightstone's been in this town for a long time, and nobody's ever known why it was there. They'd have been pretty sure that they would know why. Lady Valrosa has never even knew about the stone, or the properties of the stone, or what it was for, or how it had gotten here. But you're welcome to take a look at the library.
Is there anything in the library that show what it looks like?
Good question. I'm sure there's probably a sketch. Do I have one for you guys? Probably not. But yeah, you probably would find something in there if you searched around. I'm sure people have come and researched it and taken a look at it. And Lady Valrosa was interested in it, even though it was something that nobody could quite figure out what it was. And I mean, real high-level people have come to this town and were not able to figure out what it was.
Okay. I would like to check out the library anyway, just to see what knowledge is in there.
Definitely.
I will go forward to the guards and offer what aid I can.
Okay. Yeah, there's some scrapes and bruises and cuts on their hands from they've been digging, obviously, the stones of the fallen keep off of and trying to save Lady Valrosa. So they definitely accept that gladly. Yeah, if you go into the library, you see it's decorated with overstuffed chairs, bearskin rugs, and the walls are adorned with weapons and shields and the mounted heads of wild animals. Decorative wooden ladder leads 20 feet up to a circular balcony, and it has sculpted wooden railings all around it. And the upper level is the library part, and its walls are lined with bookshelves. Lord Dreslin... yeah, this was Lord Dreslin and Lady Valrosa's library. And just browsing through titles, you're seeing things of philosophy, nature, and poetry offhand.
Nothing about giants?
No.
Anything about the area?
Anything from you? Anything about the area? Yeah, basic stuff.
Like maps or anything?
No maps. Mostly books.
Okay.
Like lots of natural, animal, birds, different types of birds, insects. Very naturalist kind of information.
So nothing really historical?
Nope.
Okay.
I asked the guards why they're still here and not with their people.
What tone do you use when you say that?
Literally just like that. Very,
Okay.
very straight-laced. Just
Yeah, okay.
those
So
exact words.
Sadiri kind of gives you a hard look, and she's like, well, we've been trying to get to the body of Lady Velrosa in case she was alive for the last day and a half as we moved rock and stone and debris by hand. And we just, as you guys walked in, we have just got her to the table here and realized she has passed.
I give them a hard look. And I turn away.
Sure. The look is returned. In kind. One of the other guards, Torum, younger male, and these are all Aluskan humans, if that means anything to any of you, as far as skin tones and general features. He's like, well, who are you guys and why are you here?
We were contracted by Lady Velrosa to represent the town with negotiations with the Waterdeep elves. She came to Inn in Waterdeep, I guess, 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
Yeah, she had just arrived back just before the attack had happened. She was just returning to the keep when the rocks rained from the sky.
I assume she told you of our arrival, or intended arrival.
She had not mentioned she was actually coming from the town to the keep as the attack started to happen. She didn't mention any of you at all, and now we don't know what we're going to do because not only is she dead, but our lord, her husband, had died several years back. So now we don't know who's going to be the lord of the town.
A town without people.
Well, we did see them, head north. So I'm surprised that they're not back yet, but it might just be that they are waiting. It was quite the horrific event.
Have you heard from the elves?
Nope, we have not seen any elves.
Perhaps a messenger should be sent to their negotiating. Whoever we were negotiating with, was it a team or something?
The guards look at you blankly. They're like, we don't know what you're talking about.
So you don't know what your lord, your lady, went to Waterdeep for?
No, she didn't tell us.
She didn't trust you with that knowledge?
I'm pretty sure Lady Velrosa trusted us completely.
Seems a significant omission.
It's possible that she did not tell us all of her dealings with people or things that she had arranged. Obviously, we're just guards of the keep.
That is quite possible. However, for a negotiation, for a dispute such as this, it would seem to me to be common knowledge.
No, we don't know of any. We've had trouble with the elves in the past.
But nothing recently.
No, nothing recent.
Did she have a study that we could maybe go in and look around to see if she'd taken any notes on why she brought us?
That would have been the library. Would be the study. Let me see if there's anything else that would have.
Was there anything in there about the elves or the dispute?
No, nothing that popped up in a cursory glance. No.
So would Teagraiel have gone into the library?
For sure.
Alright, so I'm gonna go in there with Teagraiel while he's in there.
Okay.
And just kind of have a sidebar. I'm not sure there is a dispute. I mean, this seems to me that there would be something significant and widely known. That she's going and doing something that the others don't know about. And they're telling us that there has not been a dispute in a long time. I'm wondering if we were hired under false pretenses.
It could be. The only problem is the only person that could answer that for us is dead.
Did she tell us who who she was negotiating with the elves?
She did, and I can't remember their name.
I'll turn pages. Hold on, I was just looking at
I
it.
knew I could count on PB.
So Ian Egris pulls out a book with written notes.
Yeah, it was, we were gonna meet with Orana Swiftrunner, the leader of the Waterdeep elves. It was gonna be later Valrosa. I think maybe someone else from the elves. I think that was the group we were gonna meet with. I didn't write down where, but those are the names I wrote down.
Orana Swiftrunner, okay. So I suggest to Teagraiel, perhaps we should look out this Orana Swiftrunner in Waterdeep and see if she has any inkling of what's going on.
That's probably a good idea. We should also figure out who will be in charge of Nightstone, who it passes to. Maybe we can continue the contract with that person, but I also think we should possibly go find the rest of this village, see if they have any information. It's possible that she had discussed this with other people in the town and not her guards.
Perhaps. Doesn't seem very trusting of her guards, though.
They
But-
might not be.
So
Would
maybe
you
we
trust Grey?
Not as far as I can throw him.
I do. It's pretty far.
Very well. Very well.
All right, while you guys are in your sidebar, Sidiri talks to Armel and asks if you would maybe be willing to say the rites to make sure her spirit passes on correctly to the afterworld, and then she'll probably be buried at some point in the cemetery. But Sidiri's like, we're going to stay here and guard the keep. Will you be able to go and bring the villagers back?
You're going to... Can I hear this?
Did you leave or did you stay in that room?
No, I stayed there.
Yep, you can hear them talking to Armel.
I can tell him
say,
absolutely.
I say you're going to guard the keep while your people are out there without protection. There is nothing here to protect.
Well, this is still the seat of power, and we can't just leave it unprotected.
From who?
Giants coming back, anybody coming to the town. Until we can get some of the guards went with the townspeople. It
Well,
was our job to stay and guard.
They need to rebuild that bridge. The four of these guys would have gotten overrun by the humanoids out in the village anyway.
It seems these four would get overrun by anything. I say, looking at Sidiri, same deadpan.
She keeps resting her hand on her sword, gives you that look of dislike.
Well, at least we chased out the gobos and the wargs.
The goblins. There were
Oh,
goblins
for
here?
fuck's sake. I walk out. Just muttering that these guys are absolutely useless. I'm outside the door.
Okay. We'll pretend you're in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell they've been non-stop working and digging at the rubble. And it is a lot of rubble
Yeah.
on that side, that tower that came down.
I will certainly say something over the body.
Okay. All right. I think we can go ahead and call it here. That's our 3-hour session. And that brings us to the guards, where the group will have to make a decision of what they would like to do next. Awesome part is you guys got through the goblin part of the scenario, which means everybody now has reached 2nd level.
Woohoo!
And again, this is kind of a fast track set of missions to get you guys to 5th level, because that's really where the giant storyline starts. But we got to get you guys there first.
Where the-
so it's kind of accelerated.
So the rock won't kill you in one hit.
Yes.
Was that pun intended?
Yeah.
The giant storyline?
No, we've had that adventure before.
So how
Hey
much...
guys, I'm excited. At 2nd level, I get a thing called Reckless Attack.
That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's recklesser attack.
So how much experience is that?
Put you exactly at 300, which I think is what you need to
Okay.
be 2nd level.
Cool.
So